What's up, guys? No one really stepped up to do a recap for this week, so I am going to take care of that before kickoff tonight between our Lions and Niles Packers. Let me change this music. Play something a little more. Something more up Julian's alley. Okay. So, recap, let's get through the scores. We had a pretty uneventful week. Starting with Eli and Randy in the stupid versus dumb matchup of the week. Randy beat Eli, which was pretty much expected. Eli moves to 2-10 and is on an 8-game losing streak, I believe. Didn't crack 50 this week. We'll see if he can finish the season on a bright note. Next, we have Henry versus his dad. This ended up being a really fun matchup. Adam's team has really come on strong as of late. And he put up 117 points, which most weeks is going to get you a W. Henry put up a respectable 105.5, but his high scoring player was his defense. Adam got 30.7 from AP, who is looking like the fantasy MVP so far this year. So Adam secures himself a spot in our playoffs. Good job, Adam. Next, we have Coy and Julian. And Coy kind of stunned the league this week. Beat Julian by 13 points. Julian only put up 75.5, so he doesn't really have an excuse for losing to Coy. Coy's team came to play. Coy earned himself a playoff spot too. He's won 6 straight games to show that he belongs in our championship round. I think Coy has made the playoffs now every single year of the league. So good job to Coy. That also means that Adam, Henry, and Julian Spindell are all in the playoffs this year, which, according to Elias, not Sanchez, the stats group, is the first time it's ever happened in our league. So, good year for the Spindells. Everything's coming up Spindell. Carsko versus Jacob in a battle for, I suppose, T-Jack seeding at this point. Jacob, whose team is actually pretty good. He's I think 6th in scoring. Jacob beat Carsko 93.3 to 80.6. They both find themselves at 4-8. Jaywit has been quoted as saying that he wants to cause some mayhem for seeding for the T-Jack playoffs. See if he can do any damage this Sunday. We have Max and me. Max and me had the highest combined scoring matchup of the week. I put up 112.4, starting with a huge game from Calvin Johnson on Thursday, Thanksgiving. And Max somehow had the game of his life and put up a massive 128.7. Max got a huge game from Russell Wilson on his birthday. Russell Wilson isn't going to get birthday sex, so all he really has to do for fun is throw touchdown passes, I guess. And Russell gave Max 35 points. So yeah, Max moves to 8-4. I'm at 75. We'll see. There's a church next to my apartment, and bells ring every night at 6. So that's what's happening. Max beat me. So we are tied on the season, 1-1. Hopefully we meet up in the playoffs again, and we'll see what happens. And then finally we have Kelly and Niall. This matchup was incredibly close. Might be the closest finish we've had this year. Kelly eked out a win by 2 points over Niall. Kelly is 8-4 now in that jumble for the second place in our league. Niall is 7-5, tied with me. We're all playoff bound, but our seeding can really be altered depending on outcomes this week. So that brings us to everyone's favorite beloved segment, the Shame of the Week.
Shame of the Week. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
They are who we thought they were. China. They're better than we are. We're not good enough.
It's embarrassing. I represent that.
This week's Shame of the Week is probably pretty predictable. I know it's probably a broken record at this point, but Eli is this week's Shame of the Week. Not because he didn't put up 50 points, not because he is on a 8-game winning streak, but because he played 4 players that got him a total of negative 2.9 points. Randy only put up 63.3 points. He beat Eli by about 14. So Eli had a chance to win this game. But he played Niall Davis, who got him 0.1 points. Mike Wallace, who hasn't caught a pass in like 3 weeks, got him 0 points. Greg the Leg Zerline, I don't think he even played. He was inactive. Got him 0 points. And the Bills D got spanked and put up negative 3 points. So Eli is this week's Shame of the Week. Since kickoff is in about an hour and 15 minutes, and I'm doing a recap right now, I am going to transition right into some Chris's quick picks so you guys can get some interactive picks this week. So let me pull up this week's slate of games. I know that I played Jacob. Let's get started. Okay, I played Jacob. Somehow David Johnson fell to me, so I finally am feeling confident about my running back situation for once. Jacob has me beat in almost every position. He's projected to outscore me by about 5 points at this point, but I don't care. The best teams get hot at the end of the season. I had a nice high-scoring game last week. It's going to continue this week. Nuwanda Rising over Andrew Bad Luck. Next, we have Team Eli at the West St. Paul Anchor Babies. Adam's team is hot too. He's a team that no one wants to face in the playoffs, first round. Besides Tom Brady, Eli doesn't really have any help. Adams projected to beat him by 21 points, and I think that holds true. Anchor Babies over Team Eli. Henry plays Randy. Henry's projected at 100. Randy's projected at 92.2. Randy's team, at this point in the year, it's pretty solid. He's missing a couple parts, obviously. He's playing guys like Ted Ginn and Charles Sims, who you really don't want to rely on as starters. Henry's got a solid squad. He's got number ones at every position, basically. Henry should beat Randy this week and vie for that first seed. Next, we have Team Max at the Knights of Yeldon. Max lost a couple of his good players this week, so his team is definitely on the downslope, but Karsko's team has fallen off the edge of a cliff, relying on guys like Jeremy Macklin and Stephon Diggs, who are hit or miss, frankly. Ronnie Hillman might be losing his job. We'll see. If anything, he's getting splitting carries. So Carrasco really only has one running back, Mike Evans and Aaron Rodgers, to help him out. Max will have a down week, but I think he still beats Carrasco. I gotta play it again. Next we have Julian and Niall in the only matchup of two winning teams. Teams with winning records. Julian is looking to finish the season strong, lock up that number 1 seed. Julian, his team is shaped up pretty well. It's a pretty lineup, aside from Sean Drawn. San Francisco 49ers, Sean Drawn. Yes, that very one. Niall gets Devonta Freeman back. Who knows what Eddie Lacy is going to show up tonight, or Aaron Rodgers and Randall Cobb for that matter. Niall does have Cam Newton, the quarterback of our Panthers, our 11-0 Panthers. And Niall has a strong wide receiver core right now. Sammy Watkins is coming on hot. John Brown, he's been solid all year. Julian might not have Tyler Eifert. Right now, I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I'm picking Niall. Niall gets the W. Henry wins this week. We see how the points break out. And we'll see which Spindell has our number 1 seed at the end of the day. Finally, we have Coy and Kelly. Kelly started the season really hot. She's been a little streaky as of late, but she still has a really solid team. Coy gets back Sharknado this week, but apparently the Kansas City backfield is going to be running back BBC. I don't know if Coy's going to get enough points out of his running backs this week to keep up with Kelly, who has Matt Forte and Todd Gurley. Kelly is playing Jarvis Landry this week when she has Emmanuel Sanders. We'll see if she changes that. They're both projected at 95.5 right now. Coy's on the 6-game winning streak. I think Kelly snaps that this week. Flaming Unicorns over going incognito. That should do it for this week's recap. Try to keep it a little short. I know it got to 13 minutes, but you got your picks, you got your recap. Good luck this week. Get ready for the playoffs.